Hey guys, Paragon here, back at it again. I've been delving into all the newly released content from the Season of the Malignant, exploring various strategies for efficient item and heart farming, and oh boy do I have a fantastic trick to share with you today. I've discovered a foolproof method to consistently farm ancestral and legendary drops, guaranteed to always drop at item level 800, vastly simplifying your quest for finding those perfectly rolled items. Within just a few minutes, I was able to acquire 825 power weapons and crossbow for my rogue. The incredible part? Whether your item is blue, rare, legendary, sacred, or ancestral, it will always drop at item level 800. And this farm will get you a ton of some of the best hearts in the game, including those hard to find Wrathful hearts. So if you've just reached World Tier 4 and you're now on the hunt for an item level 800 weapon, this strategy is tailor-made for you. Now that you're hooked, let's jump into it. Your first step requires the completion of the seasonal story with Cormund. A spoiler alert for those who haven't reached this point yet, go ahead, finish the storyline, then circle back to this guide. Here's the gist of it. Upon defeating Varshan in the seasonal story, he drops a recipe known as the Invoker of Varshan, which allows you to craft an invoker to summon him. No need to sweat about crafting this one though, as he will conveniently drop one the first time you defeat him in the story. This item, the Invoker of Varshan, grants you the power to summon Varshan, but to use it you'll need to find a particular chamber, which randomly spawns at the end of Malignant Tunnels, known as the Echo of Varshan. This is where the real magic happens. I've discovered a location with 100% spawn rate for this event, allowing us to farm him repeatedly for this high level gear. We'll commence our journey at the ruins of Katayisu, heading west to the Ravening Pit Malignant Tunnel. Navigate through this dungeon, making your way towards the end. You'll find a room where you can use brutal, vicious, or devious invokers to summon malignant monsters. Continue onward and you'll come across a door identified by a health recovery pool nearby. This door leads to the Echo of Varshan, precisely the room we're looking for. Initiate the battle using the Invoker of Varshan, but remember, your first bout with Varshan needs to happen in World Tier 1 or World Tier 2. Upon defeating Varshan, he'll drop a recipe for the Foul Invoker of Varshan. As you've probably guessed, we're going to repeat our previous step, but this time in World Tier 3, armed with our newly acquired Foul Invoker of Varshan. Log out or head to Kievishad, switch to World Tier 3, reset the dungeon if you did not log out, and return to the Ravening Pit for round 2. This time, Varshan will drop another recipe for an item called the Tormented Invoker of Varshan, which, as you might have guessed, you need to use in World Tier 4. Now, equipped with all the necessary tools, you're ready for the main event. Switch to World Tier 4, revisit the Ravening Pit, and clear the dungeon using the Foul Invoker of Varshan. Brace yourself this time around. Varshan will be level 80, posing a slightly greater challenge. However, with a bit of grit and strategy, you should conquer him effortlessly. Upon his defeat, every item he drops will now be item level 800. One thing I do want to make note of that is very important. Don't underestimate the rare sacred drops here. Despite being labeled as sacred, they are identical to ancestral gear in every aspect. Once an item level hits the 720 item power threshold, it rolls identical to ancestral gear. This means identical DPS, stats, and everything else. So you might even discover an 800 item level sacred weapon or gear that could be best in slot for you. Keep a keen eye out for these treasures. After defeating Varshan, exit the dungeon, reset it via the menu, and rinse and repeat. Alternatively, team up with a group of friends and take turns using the invokers to farm him even more efficiently for those perfect gear pieces. And there you have it, folks. That's my foolproof strategy for securing high-level 800 gear in Diablo 4 Season of the Malignant. Remember, with this approach, you're not only farming effectively, but you're also optimizing your journey to acquiring perfectly rolled items, so keep an eye out for those sacred drops. They can be game changers. I hope you found this guide helpful. I'll be delving into more tips, tricks, and strategies to help you conquer Diablo 4, so make sure to stay tuned. If you've enjoyed this video and found it useful, consider giving it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Remember, gaming is best enjoyed as a community, so let's continue to learn and grow together. If you've got any questions, comments, or your own strategies to share, please leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. And of course, if you're not already part of our gaming family, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to ring the bell to stay notified about all of our future content. Until next time, this is Paragon signing off. Keep grinding, stay focused, and most importantly, have fun.